Welcome back. This is the lesson that is going to be for 603, which is Wednesday, and it is for the Salvation class, Ventures 3, Unit 10. Remember, if you have a composition that you have written, please send it to cmwicher@bellsouth.net. This is part 2. We are going to start in our student book on page 125. Okay, so on page 125, we are going to continue with the conditionals, but we're actually going to read the examples of 124 again. Everyone, if the fare is cheap enough, we will fly. So the conditional word is if. If this happens, then we will do something in the future, which is why we use the future. And there's a comma if you use the conditional in the first part of the sentence. Next example, we will fly if the fare is cheap enough. If the fare is cheap enough, we will fly. We will fly comes first, it's future, hasn't happened yet, no comma necessary, and continue on. Punctuation at the end is a period. Next example, if the weather is bad, she won't go swimming. So won't is the contraction for will not. It is the future. It hasn't happened yet. The conditional is if the weather is bad, and that came first, so there is a comma. Now let's move on to page 125. The little useful language, blue block, he'll, he will. He'll is the contraction for he will. Talk with a partner, ask and answer questions about the pictures. A, what will John do if the weather is good? He'll play soccer. The other side, what will he do if the weather isn't good? He'll watch a movie. Okay, one more time. What will John do if the weather is good? He'll play soccer. The next picture, what will he do if the weather isn't good? He'll watch a movie. So who are the people in the picture of the section number 2? Melinda and Pedro. What do they want to do? Go hiking. What are they going to do if the weather's bad? Go shopping. Let's use this example to fill in the sentence. What will Melinda and Pedro do if the weather is good? They'll play soccer, right? Melinda and Pedro, they. The other side, what will they do if the weather isn't good? They'll go shopping. Good. Part 3. Ken, one man, he. Left side, go swimming. Right side, clean the house. Let's fill in with the example. What will Ken do if the weather is good? He'll go swimming. The other side, what will Ken do if the weather isn't good? He'll clean the house. Okay, remember, I hope you're speaking out loud. Even though nobody's listening, it is good practice. Section number 4, Andrea, work in the garden, read a book. Let's put these words in the example. Everyone, what will Andrea do if the weather is good? She'll work in the garden. What will Andrea do if the weather isn't good? She'll read a book. Section number 5. Who are the people? Kim and Tan. Left side, walk downtown. Right side, take the bus. Substitute these in the example. What will Kim and Tan do if the weather is good? They'll walk downtown. Other side, What will Kim and Tan do if the weather isn't good? They'll take the bus. So the other side says, write a sentence about each picture. The example they give, if the weather is good, John will play soccer. So it's not just the simple, he'll play soccer, he'll watch a movie answer. They want you to integrate the conditional in with the entire sentence. So let's read together. Number 1, if the weather is good, John will play soccer. And they're also, in the second example, putting the conditional at the end. So we're going to use that as an example too. He'll watch a movie if the weather isn't good. Melinda and Pedro. Everyone, if the weather is good, Melinda and Pedro will go hiking. Second example, they'll go shopping if the weather isn't good. Ready, got it? Okay, number 3. Ken, one person, he. Everyone, if the weather is good, Ken will go swimming. He'll clean the house if the weather isn't good. Number 4. Andrea, work in the garden, read a book. First sentence, with the conditional first. If the weather is good, Andrea will work in the garden. Second, she'll read a book if the weather isn't good. Number 5, Kim and Tan, walk downtown, take the bus. Everyone, if the weather is good, Kim and Tan will walk downtown. They'll take the bus if the weather isn't good. Okay, hope you got all that. Communicate. Work with a partner, ask and answer questions. Take notes in the chart. The example, what will you do if you have time off in the summer? I'll visit my family. So this is something that we're going to do together, but you're going to have to fill in the rest of the information at home, talking out loud. 1, what will you do if you have time off in the summer? I will, if I have time off in the summer. Number 2, what will you do if you have a 3-day weekend? If I have a 3-day weekend, I will. Number 3, what will you do if you get some extra money? Answer, if I get some extra money, I will. Okay. Number 4, if the weather is beautiful next weekend, I will. Okay. So that's the practice for conditionals in the student book. Now I would like to practice more conditionals in the workbook. And we're going to finish page 117. We started with this, and we're actually going to redo the whole thing. That's what we'll do. Take that out. Just remembered, actually, not 117, 116. Number 1, circle the correct forms, just more practice. Everyone, if we get a few days off, we will go to the beach. 2, Rosa will travel by plane if the tickets aren't too expensive. Number 3, if the weather is good, we will ride our bicycles. Number 4, if Charlie visits San Diego, he will stay with his sister, the future. And the conditional came first, comma. Number 5, if we don't find a cheap hotel, we won't go to New York. We will not go to New York. Okay, so in number 1, what is the activity that is happening here? What are the young men doing? Complete sentence, please. Right, they are playing soccer. What is the family doing in picture number 2? The family is hiking, and you can also add in the woods, right? Okay, number 3, what is she doing? That's right, she is shopping. Number 4, what is he doing? He is reading a book. Okay, so that's just um, uh, telling what is happening right now in the picture so that then we can have an idea of what vocabulary to use in the bottom, which is going to be using the conditional. And the conditional is coming at the beginning of each sentence, so we're going to put a comma. The sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a period. Okay, everyone, number 1. What will Jack do if his friends come over this afternoon? Example, if Jack's friends come over this afternoon, comma, they'll play soccer. They'll is the contraction for they will. Number 2, what will the Paris family do if the weather is good? Everyone, if the weather is good, comma, the Paris family will go hiking, period. Remember, making sure the first letter of the sentence begins with a capital letter. Number 3, what will Stacy do if she has the day off? What is it going to be? If she has the day off, or if Stacy has the day off, comma, she will go shopping. Hasn't happened yet. That's what she's going to do, period. Number 4, what will Robert do this weekend if it rains? Okay, everyone, if it rains this weekend, Robert will stay home and read, or Robert will read. Either one is correct, just as long as you have the future will in that section of the sentence. And it needs an S, if it rains. Okay, just repetition to make it automatic when you start doing it yourself. Okay, let's go to page 117. It says, complete the conversation. Use the simple present or future form of the verbs. A, what will you do this summer if you have a few days off? B, if I have enough money, I. I hope you put will visit my family in California. Next, that sounds fun. What will you do if you do not have enough money or don't have enough money? B, I guess I'll stay home. What about you? Next, if my brother comes from Chicago, brother is a he, needs an S, comma, we good, will go camping. But if he does not come, he needs an S, you put the S on the do, it becomes does, comma, I will visit my friends in Houston. Okay, getting with the program. Number 4, write questions with if, then answer the questions. The word vocabulary that they give you, Brian, do have time off this summer. We're going to read these. If you have enough time to write while we're doing it, great. If not, write the important words and begin to write the sentence and then finish on your own. A, what will Brian do if he has time off this summer? Answer, he will go swimming. Number 2, vocabulary. Tam and Chen do the weather is beautiful this weekend. Using number 1 as an example, what is it going to be? A, what will Tam and Chen do if the weather is beautiful this weekend? B, answer, they will work in the garden. Hasn't happened yet. You're telling us what's going to happen in the future if the condition is met. 3, Sarah do get some extra money for her birthday. A, yes, it should be, what will Sarah do if she gets extra money for her birthday? And the answer is, she will go shopping. That's the future. Number 4, the vocabulary is, you do have a 3-day weekend. Question? Everyone, what will you do if you have a 3-day weekend? Answer, that's right. I will go hiking. Hasn't happened yet. It's in the future, using the word will to indicate that. Number 5, vocabulary. We do, the weather is bad. Question? What will we do if the weather is bad? Answer, we will clean the house. That's right. It hasn't happened yet, so it's going to be the future and with a period. We will clean the house. Okay, so we have finished page 117, and we will begin in the student book when we meet again.